Hey, everybody. A nice change of events. We are here for another G.N.A podcast, yet you have a different host again this week. Yeah, it's Zyber, motherfuckers. You're stuck with me.
It turns out that Dee did such a bad job.
We have some guests here, some regulars, some very regular people, and some most recently regulars. We're going to start off with our good friend here, Icy. How's it going, man?
It's going pretty good, you know. Weekend's about to start, and it's seeming to be good weather this entire weekend.
Ah, you fucker. We got rain. Rain all weekend, and I got to work tomorrow. So, yeah, pretty much right after this show, I'm going to bed because I have to wake up earlier. Yeah, Shinzu. How about you, man? How's it going?
Really good. I don't have to work tomorrow morning, so I can sleep in.
Ah, fuck you too, man.
Unfortunately, we're going to get rain tomorrow until Sunday. Sunday's supposed to be gorgeous. I'm going to go over to some friend's house and celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And then I plan on...
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to pull what we did the last time I was up there and it was raining.
I thought about it. I really did. But my friend was mentioning the fact that he's going to get a couple of pork butts and he's going to put them on a smoker for several hours. So we're going to smoke some meat and then make some tacos out of them.
So hold on. You're going to smoke some meat, but are you going to bring some Republic?
No.
Ah, you fucker. You got to bring the Republic.
I mean, I could, but I'm actually trying to cut down on my beerage.
All right, fair enough. And we have our ghost, formerly known as Damok. How are you, buddy? How's it going?
I'm pretty good. I'm not sure how I became the ghost, but I'm now a ghost. Apparently I died of alcohol poisoning.
I don't know, man. I mean, can't see you in any of the Discord feed. I mean, I see you pulled into this, but other than that, I don't see you, man. It just looks like people are speaking all kinds of weird shit.
I asked Cecil if I could be the town drunk since I'm ranked number 1 in the Discord.
Oh, okay, so you're the town drunk. Nobody sees you anyways. I get it now.
Yeah, pretty much. So apparently I'm just the ghost.
The embarrassment of the crowd. So everybody just looks past you and it's like, oh, wait, what was that? Was that wind?
Yeah, as always.
All right, now into the most important part. Well, one of the most important parts. What is everybody drinking? And from the bottom of the list, Damok. Buddy, what are you drinking?
You're on the bottom of the list.
You can't let us down.
You're on the bottom of the list, not me.
Well, I'm the host. I go last after everybody else.
Oh, the host with the most. Okay, I got you. Well, I'm the ghost with the least, so don't worry about it. Well, I started off tonight at Red Lobster, where I had a very nice Long Island, and now I've moved on to the tried and true Golden Monkey, and I'll be hammering those back and slurring my words in no time.
All right, Golden Monkey. Is that anything like the monkey shoulder? Kind of rough?
Not really. It's pretty damn smooth. I have no idea what it actually is. It just tastes good, and it's decent ABV.
All right, fair enough. How about you, Shinzu?
Well, I went to a small bar called Deli 126 here in Burlington, and I got a couple of mixed drinks, and then I came home and made my own mixed drink, which is an old-fashioned, but it's a slight twist. I'm using some bottom-of-the-barrel rye, which burns so hard, and I'm actually kind of regretting making the drink because I feel like it's, you know, bourbon and rye are good for old-fashions, but this rye is just not... It's not good. It's just bad. And I probably shouldn't mix this drink because I made a relatively large old-fashioned, and I'm kind of regretting having to drink it. Not because, you know, the alcohol is going to do me in, but because it just tastes so bad.
So basically just made yourself a glass of gut rot.
I mean, pretty much. When I bought this bottle of rye, I was buying a bottle that I assumed was somewhat decent because it was middle price range, and I wasn't looking to spend a ton of money because I was going to be drinking it at a friend's place on the weekend, and if I forgot the bottle, I didn't want to feel like crap I'm out, you know, $60-$70. So I bought like this on sale $25 bottle, and I was like, yeah, it'll be great. And I bought it, and it fucking sucked. So then today I was like, you know, I can make myself a mixed drink, and it probably won't be so bad. I'll dress it up a bit, and I think I made it worse.
Dude, it's like putting orange rind in diesel. It's still going to be fucking diesel. It just has orange rind.
It really is. Like, I have to keep this shit away from any sort of open flames because if it goes anywhere near it, it's going to ignite and explode the apartment.
All right. Sounds like a fun night for you.
It's going to be a slow night.
Icy. How about you, man? What are you drinking?
Well, I started off the day with a Dogfish Head 90-minute Imperial IPA. Then I moved on.
Nice. I love the 90s.
I'm starting to love them too. I got a 6-pack, and I'm aging half of them and I'm drinking half of them, so that's gonna be fun. I also had some cream ales earlier, as well as 2 different types of mead. One is Danks Major mead, and the other one is Viking's Blood. And then to top it all off, right now I'm drinking a huge bottle of sake.
All right.
When I say huge, I mean as big as a small dog. Bottle of sake.
Sounds like you're in for a trip tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm already drunk, so we'll see where this goes.
All right, and now for myself. Well, I am being kind of Vermont basic. And by Vermont basic...
Don't you fucking say it.
It's something that Shinzu ragged on last episode.
Don't you fucking say it.
Good old Magic Hat.
You basic fucking bitch.
Hey, it's all I had. It's cheap, and it's the cheapest good that I could get.
I don't care. You go down to the corner store and you suck a guy's dick for fucking 40 ounces of something else.
Nah, man. It's not bad. What I'm drinking is the Peeled and Naked Citrus IPA. It's very easy. It's like that one chick at that one party that, you find out that you're tunnel brothers with. Yeah, it's that kind of easy.
The only reason why it's called easy and it's naked is because the brewer can't afford clothing because that beer sucks.
Hey, it is better than Pabst.
All right, granted, piss in a bottle is better than Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Whoa. That's the people's beer of Richmond you are disrespecting right there. If you're a hipster, you're drinking Pabst in Richmond.
Have you seen the people of Richmond? Come on.
Yeah, let's be honest. The people of Richmond are about maybe one step above the people of Walmart. And the only reason why they drink Pabst Blue Ribbon is because they honestly don't know any better. And they're just trying to be so outside the mainstream that they're trying to drink the shit that no one else will touch. That's why, up until recently, Pabst Blue Ribbon was going out of business. And then someone swooped in and saved them.
But who really gives a fuck about Pabst Blue Ribbon? I mean,
nobody
it's
does.
Basically just Jenny.
I drink it
with a different bottle.
Yeah,
I drink it all the time.
You're not a good person. We've all agreed on this.
Yes, that is very, very true. I am not a good person, but I drink Pabst because they drink Pabst on South Park, and every time I crack one, I get to say, "Shut up, bitch!" and just throw the beer.
No, the correction, they don't drink Pabst Blue Ribbon on South Park. You know that's not the name of the beer, right?
We watched a whole episode on it like a couple months ago.
But I don't think they ever call it Pabst Blue Ribbon. They change the name, don't they? Slightly.
No, it's Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I remember the episode. It is Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Is it really? Wow, they're getting ballsy, man.
All right, on to the next segment. What are we going to talk about? State of games. That's right, folks. And we're going to go with Shinzu this time. What's your state of games?
I have been playing a lot more PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I've also been playing a lot of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I tried to get into Resident Evil 2 again because I bought that game. I had such high hopes for it. And don't get me wrong, Resident Evil...
I wish I could get that game. I have a soft spot for those games, and I would love to play it.
Which one, Resident Evil or Sekiro?
Both, actually.
All right. Well, I mean, Resident Evil is a fantastic game, but
But I was referring to the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah, dude, it's such a good game. But every time I sit down and I play it, I feel like I have to donate because I can't just start the game and then stop the game 20 minutes later because you get so involved in the game. You want to keep playing the game.
Dude, I felt like that with the remake of the first game.
Right? I played that game nonstop, and then I couldn't play it in these 15, 20-minute spikes. And the problem is that right now with my life the way it is, I have work and other responsibilities, so I can't sit down and devote for 3 hours to play this game.
That's why I backburnered the HD remake of the first game. I don't have time to sit around and just crawl around the mansion and hope that I could find a save spot before I have to go to work.
And same, honestly. And I've been playing a lot more friendly games that are more casual. Like, for example, PUBG. I can pop in, I can play a game, and I can leave. I can play Sekiro for 20, 30 minutes, then basically just find or force a save point to occur, and then jump out of that game. And no harm, no foul. But I've also been playing some more of the Bethesda game called Blades. Trying, once again, like I told you the last couple weeks, I've been trying like hell to love this game or like the game, and I just fucking hate it, man. It's such a pile of shit money grab by Bethesda that like I honestly think that the next time they release an honest to God game for Elder Scrolls, I'm actually going to just wait for it until it gets to like Game of the Year edition. I'll pick it up like a year after it comes out, because I'm so worried that the next game they come out with is going to contain nothing but money grabbing, play to win type bullshit.
I thought that they were doing another like Daggerfall kind of game.
For the mobile or for PC?
For PC.
Because I mean, they're coming out with a new Elder Scrolls game, Elder Scrolls 5, and that'll be out sometime in a year or two. But the other variant for the one that I'm referring to is the Blaze, which is a mobile platform. But that's
all right.
Bullshit in itself.
Now, do you think Blades could possibly be a ugly duckling? Like right now, it's shit. Like the No Man's Sky kind of thing, where it started out shit but evolves into something good. Does it have that kind of potential?
Here's what I'm looking at right now. The game is really like, all right, so the basic concept of the game is, shit happens. You are in a town. Everyone knows who you are, but you don't know who you are. It's kind of straight to mystery how you should have died, but you're still alive, but you might have died, but you came back, and no one really is saying how you came back, but you're there, and you're trying to rebuild this town. So you have to collect resources to rebuild the town, do daily quests and all this other stuff. And, normally if you had certain things, you could, if you had materials to make a potion or you had materials to make a suit of armor, you would just make the suit of armor at a smithy, or you'd make it at an alchemist shop. Well, this one requires you to hand the ingredients to the shopkeeper, who will then make it. And there's a timer on how long it'll take. Depending on how many you do, the level of the potion you do, it takes longer. And you can skip the line by paying them green gems. And the green gems are stupid freaking expensive. Like it's $25 or something like that to get the equivalent of a chest. And then it takes you 12 hours to open a chest if you get anything above a gold level. And it's ridiculously stupid. And the entire concept is clearly nothing more than a money grab, that everything around this game is just geared to make you pay real money. And there's no multiplayer aspect of it. The lore is kind of there, but like I've been opening the game once a day for like a week or two, and I'll pop in, I'll collect the free items, and I'll pop out. And then like I might sit down and actually do quests when I feel like I have nothing else to do. And that's what the game has become. It has become a shitter game. I will play that game when I'm taking a long turd.
Now, to slightly interrupt here, it's kind of sounding like what was going to be for, Battlefront 2, with the way that they had the, loot crate system for that game, until people complained that, oh, hey, it's going to take me like 10 years to grind just for like this special armor or whatever. So they ended up changing it to make it easier. I'm surprised that people didn't make the same kind of stink with this game as they did with the EA's Battlefront 2.
Well, don't get me wrong. People complained en masse about this game. So like opening certain chests took almost double the amount of time, or triple the amount of time in some aspects. And people complained so much that they would have to basically devote, because you can get chests relatively easily, but the downside being is that chests take, silver chests used to take like 3 hours to open, and you can only open one chest at a time. So when you're opening a chest, you can't open any other chests. So the quest that you would go to collect chests, after 10 chests, you have to trash other chests. So what is the point?
That's why I hold stock better in like a titty bar, because you can look at chests all you want and you don't have to fucking wait.
Right. So to give you an example, a legendary chest in this game costs 2,500 green gems. So you figure in $2,500 isn't that much, right? It can't possibly be that much for gems. That's $19.99. It's $20 for a legendary chest.
That's fucking ridiculous.
$19 fucking dollars. And if you want to complete a chest early, it costs money. So you can basically break it down where like you could do the math if you really wanted to, where where 1,000 or 2,500 equals this much per gem. You can break it down to gems, like actual per gem, and you can start realizing that it takes a fucking ridiculous amount of gems to do anything basic. Like, you can get 14,000 green gems for $100.
It doesn't sound worth it to me.
It's not worth it. The game itself there's no meat on the bones of this game right now. Like, if this game had aspects that made it fun, the controls are still wonky. If you're walking in a straight line and you try to turn slightly, your character will do like a 360. There's a lot of small bugs in the game. I have faith that they'll work out. But even if they fix the base game, they're looking at maybe I'm going to say, in conservative terms, it's going to take them about 2 years to make this game a viable option as a casual game. And as I'm telling you, as I said already, this game is really only good when you're sitting down and you feel a large turd coming on and you need to waste time, and maybe YouTube is just not doing it for you, and you maybe want something a little bit more interactive.
So would you say it's kind of like UO when it first started out with the craziness of how long it actually took you to do stuff, and it took, what was it, like 2 or 3 years for it to balance out on like how you grind for your stat upgrades, your ability increases and all that?
I mean, kind of, maybe. So, like, in one aspect of this thing, you kind of like a traditional character. You roll your character and you put stats into their slots. Like, you choose what slots you want. I accidentally chose the wrong slot. I wasn't really paying attention. Admittedly, it's my fault. So I went to re-roll my character, and they're like, you have to spend green gems to re-roll your character. Well, I didn't have any, so I would have to spend real money. And everything is so far out of range for casual gamers because you get green gems very sparingly without having to actually put forth effort. And if you put forth effort, that means actually spending hours in the game.
So it's a force pay game.
It's a force pay game for those that want to actually get further in the game. And I'm sure as you get further in the game, might be some more exciting stuff. There's an arena, which I guess you could do PvP, but PvP in that game would be bad only because the actual like controls would be all wonky in hell. But the game really is... It's a game that you play when you have nothing else to do. And even in 2 years' time, it's kind of like a Destiny situation where Destiny came out and the game was just mediocre at best. This is subpar mediocre level. This is what Bethesda should be ashamed of this game, in all honesty. Like, they should absolutely never have put their name on this game, but they did, and they're going to be rolling with it for the next couple of years. They're going to have to. And as, Android, iOS, and these guys are trying to push gaming on mobile platforms to attract more people to their phone platforms and increase the overall sellability of these items, these companies are going to be churning out games like this for years to come. And they're going to actually turn out to be all pay to win. No matter what mobile game you pick up, you have to pay to win. Some are better than others. I've been playing Dragalia Lost, and I have still been playing the game. And occasionally I go through sprints where I don't play the game. But in this aspect, that game I find to be, they give you so much stuff from that game that I haven't put a dime in that game, and I still have some of the best characters that you can get in that game just by rolling the amount of times I was able to roll. These other games like this game, you have to put money into them if you want to get anywhere in the game. Because they have, let's say, limestone is such a rare, it's a common commodity, but it's like the rarest common commodity you can get. So I have to stretch my supply of it and figure out what I want to build because I'm only going to get X amount per week I actually played the game.
All right, yeah, it totally sounds like something that you need to be able to throw time at, but you don't want to throw time at because it's so ridiculous on doing anything in the game.
Let's put it this way. If you gave... Everyone remembers E.T., right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say this way. If the developers of E.T. gave the game to EA and said, hey, we want you to publish this game, and EA turned around and said, I'm going to go ahead and put, digital billage on everything. I want this game to be pay to win or, free to play, quote unquote. That's what this game pretty much is. There's really nothing there, and it's all pay.
All right. So other than that and Dragalia, is there anything else?
Well, I mean, Sekiro and Resident Evil in between spots.
Oh, yeah.
Sekiro is a fantastic game. So if you haven't got it, I would definitely go for that game over Resident Evil because Resident Evil 2 will drop in price within.
Yeah, I'm waiting for both of those games to do a price chop. Icy, how about you, man? What have you been hitting up?
Well, I've been playing a lot of Borderlands Enhanced. I'm getting pretty far. I'm really loving the changes that Bethesda made to it. It feels like you're playing a whole new experience, honestly. And I like that. As someone who played the original game, it feels like it's good to know you're not just replaying the game and there's actually new things to discover. I've also been playing a lot of Destiny 2, as well as a mobile game myself called Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. It's also an obvious, cash grab, pay to win type game.
All right.
But
Is that one the one where they include the One Piece characters and some other anime characters?
so not this one. I know the one you're talking about, but that's not this one.
All right.
This one is like Dragon Ball is like a card game, card game, where you summon characters and they're like represented as cards, but you use them in the battle.
Okay, so it's kind of like Rage of Bahamut and a few other card games like that.
Yes, exactly. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. You can tell that where they're actually obviously trying to get you to pay real money, but you don't have to spend real money to have fun in this game. So that's one thing I appreciate.
See, that's one thing that I'd like about some mobile games, where they make it fun enough to where you can go through the game, not get held up by having to buy something to continue on, or wait like a month or so for something to drop to progress. I hate it when games say, hey, you know what? You're level 10 now, and there's this raid available, but you need this item or, crystals or this many, gold coins to enter this raid. I hate when they do that shit and they don't give you a way to earn it in a fast enough manner.
So I'm the same way. So in this game is Dragon Stones, which you use to summon new characters, and they bring out like new banners with certain characters with different leader skills and different attacks and everything. But they have a story mode where every single story event you play will give you Dragon Stones, as well as any event you do in the game will give you at least one Dragon Stone. So they do make it quite easy to build up on Dragon Stones for free. So it is possible to get a pretty good team without spending any.
All right. So would you call that your week so far with gaming?
Yes, I would. Nothing. Yeah, I wish it was more, but that's about it.
All right, and let's go on to our good friend here, Damok. How about you, man? Have you been playing anything exciting?
So I picked up Forager because I've been watching some of the indie streamers play it, and it seems really interesting. I sunk at least 3 days into that game. It's pretty fun. It's basically designed for you to win and advance. I haven't come across anything that is even remotely complicated, but it's a lot of fun. And you start playing it, and you don't realize, holy shit, it's 12 hours later. What have I been doing with my life? That one's pretty good. If you're looking for an indie game that's fun to play, and I guess I don't want to call it retro graphics, but it's not graphically intensive at all. And unfortunately, I'm also playing a mobile game. But my mobile game does not have ads. It is not pay to win. I don't really get spend money on it at all. I'm playing Almost a Hero, which is, you ever played Idle Heroes on PC or all those
Yes.
idle games? Yep, it's one of those, and I've been building up my characters for 2 weeks. If you spend a week just playing it and letting them run and leveling them up as you're going, you don't have to spend any money on anything, and it doesn't prompt you. There's no video advertisements, there's no banner advertisements, there's none of that garbage in it. It's just a lot of fun.
That's awesome. I like games like that. Yeah, just shoot me that game in a message at some point. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, like I said, it's not harassing me for anything, and I kind of want to spend money on it, but then I unlocked the time trials thing, and I got so many gems from just beating the time trials real quick with a single character that I have enough gems to buy all of the upgrades for everything. Just having a good time.
That's nice. That's really nice. I like that. Anything else?
No. I got sucked into Forager, and then I got sucked into my mobile game.
All right. Well, for myself, I've been playing a few things across the multitude of systems. I've been jumping back into gears on the Xbox One, Gears 4, that is. I got a little ways into it, then got sidetracked, so I'm trying to get through that game. Mobile-wise, I've been playing Eternal Card Game and Another Eating. PC, I've dove into both of the Tomb Raiders, Rise of the Tomb Raider and Tomb Raider. I want to finish both of those. I haven't finished them yet. I'm still trying to get through Assassin's Creed Origin, but I'm procrastinating on it because I'm at the last bit of it. And that's the DLC, the Pharaoh's Curse or whatever it is, and I'm kind of procrastinating because I don't want to finish it. I really hammered through that game and I enjoyed it, and I'm kind of upset that it's almost over. So I kind of eased into pumping the brakes on that. I've gone through and run a lot of the side mission stuff to try and stretch it out, but I'm finding it way too easy to get through all the side stuff now, that I can just fast travel to any location that's near the goal zone of that side mission. Yeah, I've been going back to my Retro Pi also, and hitting a lot of the older stuff where I can, only because it's quick, easy, and I don't care if I just have to shut it off and run to work. Lately, I've been playing a lot of Cubert and Dig Dug, so that's about that.
Well, that's not bad. So I haven't had a chance to even open them out of the plastic yet, but I'm about to get my retro gaming kick on. I bought for the Nintendo Switch, because I recently just bought another Nintendo Switch, so now there's two in this household again. We had two, went down to one, now it's back to two. But I went and bought the Mega Man Legacy Collection and the Mega Man Legacy
Very
Collection.
nice.
Yeah, it's 1 and 2. It is, I guess it goes from the original Mega Man to Mega Man 10. And then there's so many games on this other one, the Sega Genesis Classics. And I'm really excited to break that one open.
Absolutely, man. When I saw you post that, I got a little excited. I have to pick those up. I have the Mega Man ones. I got Volume 2 for the PS or the Xbox One, and I have Volume 1 for PS4. But I also have both Volume 1 and 2 on PC for Steam. So it's like, okay, I have it in multiple places. Where do I want to start diving into those? But the Sega one that you got, I want to pick that up. I want to see the adaptations to the Switch for graphics, see how well it adapted. Because the unit that I got, that cheapo fucking HD Genesis quote-unquote mini, the graphics did not translate well at all. It was horrible. It wasn't worth the $65, and it was let down. I mean, Christ, the smoothing from the Retro Pi was better than that fucking piece of shit.
So I looked into buying that little Genesis thing, and I saw a bunch of people with them, and I listened to a bunch of the reviews and decided against it. Then I saw this in Target a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, well, that looks interesting. I looked at all the reviews. They added so many quality of life features to it, and they added quality of life features to the Mega Man ones that are only on Switch, where you have a 1-minute rewind. So if you screw up, you can literally rewind the game up to 1 minute and then start playing immediately. On the Genesis ones, they added all of the quality of life improvements, including the backgrounds and everything, to make it look like you're playing on an old TV or a couple different things. I'm really excited to break into it. It says over 50 games. I don't remember all the games that are on there. But if you have been paying attention, Sega has been talking about launching an official mini console since.
Yes, I heard about that. They're working on a deal with, I believe it's Google, on doing a system together.
Yeah, I don't know who they're going to deal through, but I've been seeing that, and they're saying end of this year it will come out. Now, how many games will be on it and all of that, I don't know, but I will always pick one of those things up and then,
Absolutely, same here. Just like when Steam had the Sega collection release on it, I picked that up, and it was a better adaptation than this piece of shit that I got for $65 at Target. I mean, I wouldn't have put my name or released the rights to do that because it was such a piece of shit. And I think Sega deserves a little more quality of announcement than it's getting through the people that put that thing together.
Yeah, I got the Steam release of all of the games. It came in that big bundle package for like $40-something or whatever on sale.
Shit, I got it for less than that.
Oh man, that's nice. I bought it for like $40, but it came with, almost 100 games, and
yeah,
I'm guilty. I've never played a single one of them.
Dude, I hook that shit up because it's available through VR, and it's great. You load up in VR, and you're in a bedroom, and you look to your right, and there's a rack of fucking Genesis games and Master System games, and you just reach over, grab one, put it in the system, and the TV powers on like old TV, and then stretches right into your face, and there you go, you're playing it. Or you could have it set up to where you're sitting in front of a TV playing the game.
Oh, that would be really awesome. I'm going to have to get a VR headset.
It's great. It's a very, very fun experience. All right. As for topic tonight, we really didn't have much of a topic. So here's what I wanted to do. We're going to revisit some questions. Oh, yeah. It's going to be one of those things. So I am going to randomly pick questions like this one from Blue. During the hiatus of the Blue Shark, do you think a viewer will finally write an email and send it to us at G.N.A. podcast at GNA.1?
I think someone would have to listen to us first.
Touché. Touché, my friend.
I'm not sure. I miss Blue, but I don't know. I don't know how many emails you guys normally get. I'm sure that there's probably some hate mail about me if anyone listens.
Let's put it this way. We get more emails from Saudi princes saying that they'll give us money than anything else.
On another point, people would honestly have to care about Blue, and I don't put much stock in that either.
I know. I mean, I still don't understand who this Blue guy is anyway. So, I mean, I heard him on the show recently, like maybe once or twice. That's about it.
I honestly heard that his Blue Shark name was changed from his original name, Blue Balls.
Oh, I wouldn't know about that, but I think the Blue Shark thing is still a lie, because I don't think this guy is actually blue nor a shark, and from the sound of his voice, I wouldn't say that he's 45 either. All right, so does anyone else think that we'll actually get some worthwhile email before Blue comes back next week?
I would say that if people wanted to email us, they could email us their suggestions on replacing Blue.
Oh, hey, oh, those are shots across the bow right there, man.
I mean, I'm not really afraid of someone whose name is Blue Shark. I've heard the song Daddy Shark before, and I'm not concerned with this.
All right, fair enough. Anyone else want to chime in?
So what you're saying is I need to write a very long-winded email about how much I miss Blue, and now that he has kind of come back to the Discord and we're changing anime night back to Wednesdays, I love him forever.
Yeah, you just got to work the balls, man. Just work the balls in that email.
So why don't we do a poll? If we can find people to email, what was the email address again?
It is G.N.A. podcast at GNA in your DNA.1. 1.
So if people want to see Blue Shark return, they should either email us, or if people don't want to see Blue Shark return, they can also email us. That way we get emails, and depending upon the fact
Well, the sad thing is, he's returning regardless. So
well, they don't need to know that. We'll get emails. They could have 1,000 emails that say, don't let Blue Shark return. And we could easily turn around and say, well, we got 2,000 emails saying that Blue Shark should stay here.
Oh, yeah. If you want to mention into it, you got to say that he's racist against blue people, because he is. He's
right.
Racist against blue people. That is a genetic disorder. There should be no shaming on this show. Unless it's to Damok, because, he went full retard.
Wait. You guys are aware that there are actual, Kentucky blue people, right?
Yes, I know.
Yeah. I'm fully aware of those people. Next question.
All right. I got one from one of our hosts. Do you have a favorite cosplayer? If so, who and what is your favorite cosplay that they do? And this is coming from Microbrew.
Oh, shit. I really like TV show. It's Stephen Colbert. He cosplays as a ridiculous host.
Okay, fair enough. I can accept that.
I followed this girl on Instagram that I had a friend say, hey, you should check out my friend. And her name is Zergie, Zerggiee, and she cosplays a whole bunch of different random shit, and I don't know, she's really good at making her costumes.
All right. Icy?
Icy is lost to the void.
Hello, Icy. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry about that. I'm back.
All right. I'll read the question again for you. Do you have a favorite cosplayer? If so, who and what is your favorite cosplay that they do? This is a question from Microbrew.
Now, a favorite cosplayer? I do not know any cosplayers by name. I'm sorry. But
Ron Jeremy.
Yes, Ron Jeremy is my favorite cosplayer. Along with Ryan Creamer.
All right. They both play dudes with a dick then?
No. Ryan Creamer? No. He's a lot more sophisticated than that. He plays the guy who cleans up after the dude with the dick.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So he does.
To myself for this question, it will always and forever be Olivia Munn, no matter how famous she gets. And my favorite cosplay that she does is, Leia.
I love Olivia Munn as well, so I see where you're coming from.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Let's scroll down a little bit.
Well, I don't think I did much say the games.
Hey,
What?
Icy, hold on a second. Were you just throwing up sake, and that's why you were gone?
No, I was asleep, and I just woke myself up.
Oh, my God. You just pulled the totes. Hey, everybody. A long-lost person from the show, Mr. Totes. Guess what? Icy just pulled a little bit of a totes. Very nice. That is cool. That is an awesome throwback.
Yeah, when I said I was already drunk, I was not joking. I'm over here. I was listening to what you guys were talking about earlier, and I just fell asleep. And then I heard you guys say my name, and I just snapped back awake and just tried to act like nothing happened.
So
All
it's
right.
exactly like work.
Pretty much, 100%.
All right. This one is actually from you, Icy. Do you think that with games having such a big budget to create, it might be time to consider raising prices of games from $60?
You can't ask that question. We covered that extensively a couple episodes back. Absolutely fucking not. The games industry is huge.
So they should be frozen for the time being.
I think that games, given the price point of consoles, you should never be able to buy 3 or 4 games and immediately put that much money into a console at all. I think games, $60 right now is ridiculous for a game. And the only reason why
Absolutely.
a game engine as expensive as it is because, for example, the Unreal Engine is owned by a company and people will lease it for the company and they lease it for a ridiculous amount of money. If every company developed their own house engine, games would be technically cheaper, I guess, maybe. I'm not really sure. I don't really know what it takes to make those. But my hope would be that, yeah, they'd be cheaper. I honestly think that back in the day, $49.99 was fully acceptable. And now with the added aspect of DLC, where you buy a game, it's not even a full fucking game to begin with. I think that if you bought a game for $49.99, you could then justify $70 worth of DLC to make a full game.
Or $60 for a season pass to get you that DLC.
Yeah, $49.99 and then $60 total, including the game and the season pass. I would find acceptable. But like, games like Alan Wake, where you have to spend another $40 fucking dollars, so the game costs a total $100 to figure out how the game actually ends, is horseshit.
Well, that's the way I feel about games right now anyways, with like digital copies being the same as a physical copy.
I actually get that point. I do get the point why they do that.
Yeah, me personally, I think that, digital copies should be less than a physical copy.
I mean, I agree to an extent, but like, I know that like when they burning a game to a CD/DVD or however they're going to do it, doesn't really add on too much to the cost overall. But like, I do know that like if it was digital was cheaper, places like GameStop wouldn't be able to compete with that. And that's
my thing. I say fuck GameStop. I don't care. I mean, I rather support a mom and pop shop like Vortex Games down the road from me, or one of the other shops around here.
That's true, but do you realize how much money that GameStop actually gives to these companies so that they can promote and you can get those GameStop exclusives? GameStop is funding a lot of these companies, even though
I agree, but like in some small rural towns, like let's just take one of my. You remember we were growing up in my hometown. I'm not gonna say the name of it, but there's a bookstore that you could go in, you could buy games for, but the games were like $65 because they always added a $5 to $10, $15 to everything they sold. And that's unfortunately what we'd be looking at is small mom and pop shops would charge more for those games. So you'd end up paying more for them anyway.
Right, and it would usually be one of those shops like what Shinzu is talking about that would only have that game available at that given time. So it's like, okay, you're going to do it because that's the only place you can find it.
So I kind of view GameStop as I view politicians. They're a necessary evil and to a means to possibly getting things done. Maybe down the road, but overall probably not. But I'll still buy things.
I'm still going to stand by my stance of fuck them because I know quite a few people that work for GameStop, and GameStop as a corporation treats their employees like shit.
Oh, absolutely.
How's it different than any other retail store? They are a retail store if you get down to it, and your game advisors are still, minimum wage retail employees, and they're going to be treated as such.
There's a big difference, though. So, like, I don't want to really name names, but I'm gonna do it. So Walmart treats their employees like garbage, and there's been a number of stories about Walmart treating their employees like crap. I used to work for a retail company that actually treated us.
Can confirm. I used to work for Walmart.
And I used to work for a competitor to Walmart, and honestly, they treated us I wouldn't say fantastic, but hands over feet better than GameStop treated them. Because I used to have a friend that worked for GameStop, and they dicked him around constantly. I honestly felt in the retail world, I kind of hit it off really, really well in terms of who and where I worked and what my position was, because I moved up relatively quickly in my own department.
Well, I feel like you might have just got lucky.
Dude, I got so lucky.
I've worked quite a few retail jobs. I worked at a clothing store called Ross. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it.
No, dude, not at all.
So it's like bottom of the barrel budget clothing. The clothes that...
Dear God, dude, the sarcasm was laid on very thick and you missed it.
No, I legit don't know what Ross is. That wasn't sarcastic at all. Like, I don't... Dude, I'm in the North fucking East. Like, our bottom line clothing store is like Eddie Bauer, and that's not even a fucking joke. Like, in this area here...
more like Kohl's.
I mean, Kohl's is not an actual, like, brand name, though. They sell high-end clothes
I know,
as well.
but, like, they sell all kinds of brands, but it's at bottom dollar.
Bitch, please. We used to have Ames. We had an Ames outlet, okay?
Oh, God, fucking Ames.
Right? So, I mean, like, all right, so think of a retail store that doesn't sell clothes that you honestly wouldn't mind working for.
Yeah, there's not too many of them. I've worked at quite a few. I've worked at Regal movie theaters. I've worked at Six Flags. So I've worked in the amusement park industry. I've worked quite a few places, and as long as it's retail, I've never been in a place where I've been treated as a human being.
So I used to work for Geek Squad.
Please tell us your stories.
I used to. Oh, no, I honestly, that is an episode for another day. But I used to work for Geek Squad, and I will say that in terms of companies, they treated us fairly well. Now, obviously, we were still retail employees, and they treated us as retail employees, but they treated us better than, let's say, Walmart would do. And it wasn't really that, horrible over a time period. I eventually left when I outgrew the company, but I still think fondly back upon the culture and everything else I went through. And I honestly stood by. I don't really know too much about what their practices are now, but I stood by their practices when I worked there. And I would honestly recommend family and friends go to the store that I worked at, or go to the store that I knew was good, and say, hey, see these people. These people are good agents. They know how to fix your computer, and they're not going to mess with it.
Now, add to your point, my first IT job was actually with Six Flags of America. I was their CCTV technician. Cameras and I originally was with loss prevention and acid prevention, but I wasn't really too good at that, so they put me on CC. And my job was to get there at the wee hours of the morning and to test every single camera on the park, and to get every camera up to speed and running, pointed at the right angles, and making sure everything was up and running. Now, I can tell you, Six Flags of America is not, it's a great place to get experience, but not a place you want to stay too long.
Yeah, I worked for Six Flags before myself, and I didn't care for it. It felt like a fucking sweatshop.
That's pretty much what it was. I remember I was working in the dead heat of the summer, and some of the cameras would be in locations where there were no AC, no sort of airflow. It would be literally, I would be in an attic in one of their, I would be climbing up to the roofs of some of their buildings in an attic-like place where it would be scorching like 120 degrees, 140 degrees. I would have no water. I'll be up there for hours. People will forget that I was up there. And I've passed out a few times, trying to fix cameras, but I would never report it because, as a minimum wage employee, you just want to do your job. You don't want to cause too many waves. So, I have a lot of stories from back then.
I hear you. It's the same way in security. The second you go to your supervisor and say, hey, I tripped over this thing and I hurt myself, they put that in, and it's like, we gotta, keep an eye on this person if they keep on tripping over stuff. So it just becomes a thing of where you say, hey, this could be a safety issue. Instead of, oh, hey, I actually tripped over this because some dickhole couldn't put their shit away.
Well, one good thing that come out of, my time working at Six Flags, I will neither confirm nor deny this, but as, being the guy who worked on the cameras, I knew where every camera in the park was and where every camera was angled. So, theoretically, I could get away with doing some unethical things in the park, which I officially on record will go as saying I did not do, but unofficially, who knows?
Well, that's like me and my profession that I'm in right now. All the sites that I work at have cameras. I have access to said cameras. So if I wanted to violate my personal ethics, I certainly could. And this goes for sites that I no longer work at also. So say I was one of those people that had certain fantasies and, this location fit that fantasy. I know the blind spots of this place.
So, yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you know the kind of temptation that comes with having that kind of power. Now,
right.
What I would say is you're probably being compensated pretty well for the kind of power and access you have now. Imagine being just above minimum wage, but having that kind of power.
That's me right now.
Oh, so yeah, I take that back.
Yeah, I mean, I use good judgment with the responsibilities that I'm giving. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. But yeah, let's see here. Damok, do you have any questions bouncing around in your head?
Well, I mean, I'm always trying to figure out the meaning of beer.
The meaning of beer, my son, is to get you...
It's so that way you can deal with people like D
Yes.
in this lifespan.
Or to a state of where a butterface actually looks not like a butterface.
Nope. I was in the military. I know better than that. I don't care what she looks like, how much I've been drinking. Always wear a condom.
Damok, my son.
Well, yeah, but it still helps with the butterface.
Listen here to my advice. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure inebriation, where you'll see that life can be a place of pure imagination.
Don't listen to him. You're going to end up taking your dick out of a pus-filled hole or some shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm already a raging alcoholic on my own. I really don't need to follow anyone else to some magical land where they promise me that I'm going to get drunk, because I'll just do it on my own time and not put my dick in a pus-filled hole.
But then, by doing that, you've mastered the meaning of beer.
Yeah, the meaning of beer is to get to a point of where you get so inebriated that you wake up wondering why you have pus all over you and a smell of tuna and not understanding why, and it bothers you for the next 6 years to where you need therapy. But you still drink heavily, just not a beer.
Well, look at me. I fell asleep in the middle of a whole podcast because I was inebriated enough. I think
You a little bitch.
You better keep drinking, man. You
I
better
am.
still be drinking.
I
It
am.
better be Irish coffee that man is drinking right now.
I honestly did not expect that question to garner any responses, and Zyber to go, and moving on from that. And then we ended up on pus-filled holes and getting really drunk.
Yeah, it
and
happens.
don't trust Icy.
My only question is, I want to buy 3 monitors, and I want to have them mounted on my computer desk, and I'm just trying to figure out what monitors to purchase.
How about I mount you instead?
I mean, you could try, but I'm going to shit all over you.
Hey, the dirtier the better.
I see that. He's thinking of you as a whore because he said shit all over you. He didn't say poop. You poop on a lover, you shit on a whore.
Hey, I'm going to make him pay for it, man. One way or another. He's either going to pay me or he's going to pay the hospital, one of the two.
Touche.
All right. So
Touché.
I have a 27-inch. It's this 165 hertz. It's Asus. Of course, it's Republic of Gamers. It is the PG278QR. I can kind of read it staring down. I had to move some beer bottles out of the way. I love this fucking monitor. Absolutely. I want 3 of them. And they released a newer one. I think I have the TN panel. They now have an IPS version, so you get better blacks and all of that. I would take a look.
I was thinking about getting the... So I like Asus and the Republic of Gamers. I was thinking about getting the P5258Q, which is their G-Sync monitor, because I have NVIDIA GTX 1080, and I'm going to swap that out for 2 2080s. So I want to get 3 of those. The problem is that I can get them right now for $500 a pop. And I'm debating whether or not that's actually worth it.
I have that exact monitor right now. Only one of them.
The Rock Swift?
Yes. I spent about, like you said, $500 on it. I'm enjoying it, and I wouldn't mind. If I do get another monitor, though, I would have to go for a 4K monitor. I couldn't do another.
Yep, I have a Samsung 4K.
Isn't that a 4K monitor? That's a full HD monitor.
No, this is a 21 something over 1440, so it's not 4K. 4K, the minimum 4K has to be is like 3,100 something over.
Oh, yeah. This is 1920 by 1080 on that one.
Yeah, me personally, what I was looking at were the Samsung 27-inch curves, 2 of those, and my current Samsung 4K flat long, because I want a wraparound feeling, like I'm in a cockpit.
No, do not buy 2 curved monitors. even if you're going to do a flat monitor and then 2 curves on the side, you literally would have to turn your body and your head to the middle of those curved screens, or it's a wonky angle. I sat down at a setup that has one of those thinking this is going to be the greatest of all time. It's not. It's a huge pain in the ass.
I think that's what he likes about it.
But I do have a question for Shinzu. Why do you only want to get 1080p monitors? I know you're getting 3 of them, but really not 1440p?
Well, I mean, the issue being is that it comes down to cost. So I can get, the point is I want gaming monitors. Gaming monitors, like the ones I'm looking at, have 244 gigahertz refresh rate. So I currently have one that's 144 and like 1 millisecond response time, and it's great. I love it. It's also another Asus, but I want something that has better color and a sharper screen, and I'd love to have 4K. But if you go with a 4K monitor that has G-Sync, it's going to cost $1,000 per monitor, and 4K is still ridiculously expensive. And finding a 4K monitor with a higher refresh rate for gaming is really hard.
Well, you got to pay to play, brother.
I mean, it's harder than Icy after shit on his dick.
Have you looked into the AOC monitors or the Omen monitors?
I hate Omen monitors. I just don't like their design. It's just a design. It comes out to a design thing. I was looking at the BenQs, but even those are, if you can choose between, you have to choose between G-Sync or 4K. 4Ks are ridiculously expensive.
I've never been a fan of BenQ monitors, only because I feel like, they're more... You can correct me if I'm wrong, but they always feel like more of a budget option, and I know that's what you're looking for.
I mean, I'm not looking for a budget option, but I mean, at one point in time, you got to look at a computer monitor is a computer monitor. And if you look at like the TVs, you could buy a beautiful, like flat screen, partially curved, 4K television for $1,100 and get a good version of something that's out there. If you spend anywhere near that for a computer monitor, you're fucking insane.
But yes, you have to look at that TV you bought might only be like 50 frames per second. There's a huge difference, in how many frames you're getting per second, and
for it's not really frames per second. Frames per second is really more along the lines of the video card. You're looking at the the time, the response time, and the overall refresh rate of the screen is what you're looking at when it comes to gaming monitor. But for gaming monitor specifically, once again, it comes down to that cost to what you're getting ratio. And right now, it's the choice really is either 4K or a G-Sync monitor. And I could go with a 4K monitor with FreeSync now that NVIDIA is releasing their options for FreeSync as well. But I haven't been a fan of AMD for a while now, and I don't know if I want to start buying, like, because the current monitor I have now is FreeSync, and it is supported by my card, but I haven't really looked into how to unlock that because I've been too lazy to. And I also haven't had any tearing with this monitor, which is fantastic. But I want monitors I can mount. I want them to be 3 the same. That way there's nothing wonky about it. They just work and it's all just, looks fine.
Stay away from BenQ. If you are going to get a BenQ monitor, you have to look at the model number itself, and then you have to get a specific month that it was manufactured. They have quality control problems all over the place. I've owned 3 of them. I have hated all 3 of them because it took me forever to realize, I got mine and they're the September batch and not the August batch, and the August batch was the good ones.
Duly noted.
All right. Well, how about this? Would either of you like to see G.N.A do more live shows?
Definitely.
All right, look, dude, I can only show my dick so many times before it gets old at this point. So what type of live show are we talking about?
We are talking about, our show like we're doing right now, but in a live format, or more of the G.N.A crew in a G.N.A cast streaming like a co-op game.
I think that's great.
As long as you pay for pay for me to join the events, I would love to do that.
If you can get Cecil to figure out how to fix streaming on Twitch and not use that damn mixer that, is not even remotely as popular as Twitch, and then you do some live streams and you actually advertise it a bit, then absolutely. It would be awesome to watch you guys. It'd be great to throw some bits at you every once in a while and just have a good time with it.
Duly noted. That's something I would like to myself see more of. I mentioned it to the guys, but it seems to get kicked to the wayside. I say we should definitely maybe start a poll.
We should just get that server up and running with the new 7 Days to Die. I think it's in Alpha 17, maybe Alpha 18. I'm not quite sure. Let's go back to playing that. You can stream the shit out of it because it's the only game that we've ever played together that has lasted more than a month.
That fucking game, the last time we attempted, pissed me off so fucking much. Oh my fucking god. I take 4 steps and I fall through the fucking map, and that was it. Reboot, fall right through the map instantly. Reboot, take 2 steps, fall through the map.
Sounds like you need to get better shoes.
The rest of us had no problems. We had a great time. Then we tried to play Ark, and Ark lasted 3-ish weeks. And then all the other games we play last less than a week. I think we're going to have to go back to 7 Days to Die, and yeah, you're going to have to fix your personal issues over there, Zyber.
Well,
He needs to update a new driver for his video card.
the last time we tried to play 7 Days to Die, not the first time. First time was fine. I had no issues. Well, no issues until you guys dropped a tower. Yeah. Ark was great until somebody got upset because they woke up in a lake too many times.
Wait, who woke up in a lake too many times?
That gentleman called Shadow.
Oh, that's right. We used to paint all of his shit and then put him underwater when he was logged off, and we did all that fucked up shit. We took that bird and flew him to the top of the mountain and just left his ass.
Yeah. Seriously fucked with Shadow in that game. Hardcore. But we love you, guy. We really do love you. But karma got us back when those 2 T-Rex, or no, the bigger things than T-Rex, rather, rampaged our camp at the beach. That was really the decline because we tried to move further inland and we couldn't.
No, you guys could have come to that base that I was building further inland that I had secured on a perfect spot, but no one wanted to trek all the way through there because they just kept dying and losing all their shit. And I said, fuck all your shit, come visit me, just leave your bodies. And no, everybody wanted their shit.
Fair enough. Yeah. Good times. But with that said, I guess we could start wrapping it up. And yeah, Damok, where can people find you?
Well, I would say that I troll the Discord, but you'll never know it's me. So I haunt the Discord. And that's about it.
Yeah, if you see something off the wall trailing underneath someone's name, it's probably Damok. Say hello. Shinzu, where can people find you, man?
You know, no one's really paying attention to when I say where I'm at, so at the moment you can't find me anywhere, because y'all bitches don't deserve it.
Aw, lame. You can find them on Twitch at Secret Solvent. That's Secret Solvent. And go from there.
Yeah, except I'm never on Twitch anymore, because both Cecil and I...
And, Icy, how about you, man? Where can people find you?
So if you want to look for me, I'm in the Discord as IC33. I'm also on PlayStation at IC33_SN0WMAN, as well as Xbox as IC33SN0WMAN.
All right. And that was your host tonight, Zyberblood. You can find me haunting around the good old Discord here for G.N.A, as well as my Twitter, my Twitch, my Mixer and Facebook and all that lovely stuff, even Instagram at Zyberblood, that's ZYBERBLOOD, or just search Zyber Games. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it. And in close, I would like to say thanks for listening. And we really hope you don't hate this episode, even though I'm kind of frantically looking for the closed notes that I can't seem to find right now.
I honestly think we're missing stuff like Humble Bundle and what.
Oh, yeah, that's the close notes. I haven't gotten there yet. I kind of failed the show right now.
Mumble Bumble is a...
Dude, please, no.
In a world where Zyberblood is frantically looking for the closing notes, only one man.
Run with it.
Honestly, hoping you'd be better, than D at this, but...
If I can get my shit open.
Rip it open.
Oh, dude, I could get your shit open. Come on over.
I'm waiting for my pill to kick in.
You gotta spit on it first.
Oh, shit. I knew I was forgetting something. I always forget that, man. Always forget that.
I mean, I give them to you, but I've never been given the...
Yeah, it's kind of my fault. I should have been more prepared than this. There we go. Yes, here we go. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe on iTunes or your favorite podcast app. Reviews help other people find us. Please rate, review. So if you enjoy listening to us, spread the word. You can also find us on several other services like Google Play. That's Google Play Music, Podcast Addict, Stitcher, Player FM, Spreaker, MyTuner, Your Listen, and whatever else you want to find us on. You could even find us on Spotify. Yes, we are on Spotify now. If there's something you want to hear us on that we're not on, shoot us an email, shoot us a message on Discord, Twitter, or Facebook, and let us know. We'll add it. Yeah. You can follow us on Twitter at G.N.A Podcast or join us in our Discord. See the pinned tweet. Facebook. We are also on Facebook at G.N.A Podcast, all one word. We are partnered with Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle is a game purchasing service where you can buy games like any other game purchasing site, but with a twist. You have the freedom to choose where the money goes. The developer, Humble themselves, or the charity. We have a specific charity, which is Extra Life. So if you put $partner equals G.N.A Podcast at the end of your link, you can help us support Extra Life. So please put that link in and help us support Extra Life. That helps kids, in need, that are sick, that need operations. So help the children while you get games. Right now we have raised right in it. Oh yeah, baby, right in it. $44.13. So far we have raised $44.13, which is awesome. I definitely contributed to that. I bought a few bundles and popped in our link and threw the money to the children. So want to help us out? Please do. We do not want you to slide that slider over and give it to us, because what we'll do is turn it around, either put it to the charity or buy codes for Game Show Night, which is, when you hear this past Saturday. But currently it will be this Saturday. But by the time you hear this, like I said, it's this past Saturday, where you can come join us, win the codes that we get from Humble. All I have to do is show up. The top 3 usually get codes. Damok can contest to that.
Yeah, I have a lot of codes, and I don't need any more. I'll give mine away as a double prize. I have too many codes.
I hear it, man. We all do. Yeah. Do you like anime? Join us. Hey. Join us on Wednesday nights at 19:30 hours Eastern Time. That's 7:30 for you folks that don't get military time. It's all right. It's understandable. But 17:30 Eastern Standard Time, you could join us on our Rabbit channel and watch some anime, which the link to that is www.rabbit or www.rab.it/G.N.A podcast. www.rabb.it/G.N.A G.N.A podcast for some anime night, which will be hosted by Blue Shark yet again, since he's coming out of his hiatus.
You my boy, Blue?
Yeah, we love you, Blue. He isn't Blue. Just want to throw that out there again. He isn't 45, nor is he a shark. Don't be let down if he turns on his camera and you see this dude with a magnificent beard and these like brilliant bassy tones that, kind of make you question your gender preference. It's all good. We all been there. And then maybe later, Damok can pee between your legs.
Oh, I'm really good at it too, dude. I don't fucking get any piss on your legs at all whatsoever. I can get right between them.
Oh, nice. Very good. Very good. Do you like horror movies? Hey, guess what? Next weekend, which you can come to because you'll hear this and you'll be announced to it right now. Next weekend is horror movie night, where we are going to play House and House 2. So yeah, if you want to come watch some horror movie flicks with us, come join us. It'll be great. I'll be hosting if I get home in time. Otherwise, you could expect Cecil. And the same thing as anime is going to be on the same Rabbit channel for G.N.A podcast. It's going to be www.rabb.it/G.N.A podcast. You can join us there. We will be starting at 8 o'clock for horror movie night. Yeah. And like we said, first Saturday, we are doing game show night, which is this Saturday coming up. You missed it. Sorry. Just keep an eye on our Twitter, Facebook feeds, or our Discord for the announcements to drop. But you could join us there through Mixer. That usually goes through Jackbox TV also. It's a little annoying, but it's fun. It's a great time. Win some free games. We are partners or part of the Ninja Pancake family. Yeah, you can come check us out there as well. But, give our friends over there a good look also, where you could talk to, or listen to, I should say, listen to Geek Squatch. I know we talked about it last week with Geek Squatch, but hey, why not again? Throw it out there. Caleb and Alex, that is. Don't forget to check out the meter on We Need to Talk. Also, I believe you can find him on YouTube. Just put in We Need to Talk and you'll be able to hook up with him. We'd also like to thank our fella that did our new logo last year, and that's Shadow Morgan BS Photography. If you want something done up, give him a shout, or just check him out. Give him some support. We'd love to support him. Other than that, yeah, give us an email. You can email us, We like it. We'd like to get something other than the garbage we get from these Saudi or Arabian princes saying, hey, give us $10,000, we'll give you $20 million. Yeah, that's all bullshit. We know that. So we just have Damok send them dick pics. I mean,
you haven't replied to my uncle back yet.
It's all the same.
He's been waiting 2 weeks for you guys to wire him the money. He just needs just that little bit about so he can get back on the throne in Nigeria. Please help him.
No.
That too.
No. You have to do it in your native language and in your native tongue if you're going to do it, I see.
My uncle, he is suffering. He needs to go back on the throne. But you are not helping him out. He just needs a small wire transfer of $5,000 and he'll be reinstated as king of Nigeria. Please help him out.
All right. But yes, if you want to email us, you can email us at GNApodcast@GNAinyourdNA.1. Again, that's GNApodcast@GNAinyourdNA.1.
Point of inquiry. Is that one as in the number one, or is that one as in ONE?
That is ONE. That's GNApodcast@GNAinyourdNA.ONE. No one after it, just the word one. Just want to clarify. with questions, comments, death threats, requests for Damok's dick pics. I don't know, anything. Just anything other than these prints, whatever emails asking us for money to get money. We'd like to hear from you, so please send those our way. Last but not least, check out our website at
I don't know where the fuck this episode went. .com or G.N.A podcast.com, whichever one you actually want to visit.
All right, that sounds good to me. So yeah, check us out at G.N.A podcast.com.
I would like to thank D from Microbrew Gamers and Zyberblood for stepping up where that jackass Cecil was unable